everyone. Thank you for your patience. So this is the Cosmic Square Science Gateway, which is basically a science gateway for biologists who are studying very small specimens via a cryo-electron microscopy. And this science gateway is missing a very important piece of the tool, and this is what my fabulous CosmicBull team are working on. So I'll let them tell you about that.
Hey everyone, my name is Matthew Hill. I'm a rising junior at Elizabeth City State University.
Hello everyone, my name is Shaniqua Barber and I'm from Mississippi Valley State University.
Hi everyone, my name is Loshay Rogers. I attend Elizabeth City State University.
Hello, my name is Mo Jain and I attend University of Pittsburgh, and I'm about to be a rising senior.
Okay, so our goals for this project was to create an image stack viewer web application launched by Cosmic Square Gateway. We had to develop a stack of 500 to 5,000 images, display a stack, and display each photo one at a time. And we also had to navigate forward and backwards in the image stack via keyboard commands. So after that, we allowed the user to add points to an image via mouse click, and also allow them to delete the points that they just added to the image. Also, the user has a choice to reject the image, and we display the image in move mode by clicking on slideshow, and stop the images by clicking on end slideshow, and return the list of image points and reject the images to the server when the user clicks the submit button. And the extra was zoom in on each image and be able to zoom out.
Now time for what we got accomplished, which we were able to display a stack of images, around 20 images, one at a time, and we were also able to implement the keyboard arrow keys to allow the switch in between each slide. Also, we were able to allow the user to add points to the photos and remove these points, as well as submit these points, and it'll show the location of where these points were made on an individual photo. And the user can also delete images, and also the slideshow capabilities are working for it.
Program. All right, so I guess I'll be giving you guys a demonstration of like how the actual program works. And right here is just a screenshot of the program, but let me go to the actual program. All right, give me a second. Google Chrome. All right, so right now it might look like pretty plain and simple, but just like show you guys on like how this works. Oh wait, I probably should. Okay, all right, sounds good. So so basically, how this works is that you can you can like start by clicking on an image. So I basically clicked on the first image right now, and basically I basically coded a couple like different options that you can like select and use in order to essentially like have like some animation within the image. So, well, not animation within the image, but to kind of like we kind of like move forward one image, or also like display a slideshow of all the images. So without further ado, I'll just go straight into it. So basically, the very first button, which is forward one image, you can basically move one image at a time. This basically helps like scientists basically get like a track of like which image to move forward to, and also like makes it a little bit more user friendly. You can also go backward one image, also another like more user friendly application. You can also start an entire slideshow, and it'll basically go through each and every single it'll go through each and every single picture one at a time. You can and then basically after you're done like looking at a slideshow, you can stop the slideshow, and on top of that, you can also start the slideshow backwards as well. So if I click on the button start backwards slideshow, it basically essentially decrement the images in a backward position, in the reverse position. And at this point, you guys might be wondering, what is the point of all this? And the point of all this is just to help scientists essentially observe specific changes within the microscopic view of these images in order determine an underlying structure of the cryoPRM structure that they're looking for. So I'll stop this backwards slideshow. And then after that, another feature is that you can add markers. So this is not a very good image to add markers to, so I'll just add markers to image number 5. So you can add small red markers to this image in multiple different places, in which the scientists would normally feel where the exact structure of the cryoPRM is placed on. So basically, you add these markers, and basically once you're done adding these markers, you can hit the submit button. All right, so you hit the submit button, and basically what this generates is essentially a JSON file of the name of the image, and also every single one of the coordinate point locations of which the points are displayed on. So as you can see, the first point is displayed on the x coordinate of 279, the y coordinate is 69. And yes, and then after the name of the image would be May 08 315 bin 3.0.png. And basically the point is JSON is to essentially essentially send this JSON into the gateway.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, back to the server.
Back to the server, and well, I'm not too sure what goes on after that, but.
And then the data structure gets calculated on a supercomputer, that specific area that they're interested in. So they don't have to calculate the entire image area.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally you can also remove basically remove all the markers at once. Also another way you can remove markers is that you can essentially right click on it. So if you right click on it, it'll also remove it as well. And finally, the final feature is that you have the option to basically delete the image from the current memory. So you click on a delete image, and it will delete image number 5. Now let's say we want to delete image number 11. Click on delete image. Oh, there's a bug. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a technical error. But anyways, it will basically delete an image at a certain location, and basically in order refresh the images, all you have to do is just reload the page, and all the images will be back. All right. Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect.
So for future work, given more time and more sleep, we will probably be able to incorporate a zoom function that allows you to zoom in on a feature. So by the markers, when you click on the markers, you can zoom into that certain part of it. And we will also probably incorporate a JSON file that lets you receive images from original server and then send those images back through a submit button.
So, are there any questions?